welcome to the AEW Maximum Carnage post show. It's your boy ABE from DET.
That ball bro from the NYC.
It's your boy Ron T, the icon.
We here. AEW Dynamite is in the book, but ball bro, before we get started, can you hit them with this breaking news that we just got?
As if the very bad week for TNA cannot get worse from losing Jake something, now Jake Doyle signing with AEW, from losing Killer Kelly to now literally right before as the show was kicking off, breaking news, the Rascals have signed with AEW. The Rascals are all elite. Another unfortunate blow to TNA, but I mean, listen, they're free agents, they're free wherever they go, and I mean, I guess they just had the better offer and better opportunity with AEW and Ring of Honor going forward. I mean, great for AEW, but like I said, just unfortunate timing for TNA. Tomorrow is their debut on AMC for Impact. I mean, they're limping towards the finish line. Well, hopefully things go well for them. I mean, hopefully they knock it out of the park tomorrow night, but you know, tonight is a big dub for the Rascals being all elite.
Ron T, from an NXT perspective, how are you thrilled or not so thrilled, whatever your take is on the Rascals going to AEW?
I'm actually thrilled, man. I feel like they didn't get a good shake in NXT. They also didn't get a really good shake in they felt stagnant in TNA. And I think just a new environment, a new atmosphere, new potential matches is good for them. And I feel like AEW fits their style of wrestling.
Definitely. Well, let's get into AEW Dynamite. Kicked off with a bang. We got, where is it at? There we go. Pac versus Darby Allin. This was an incredible match. Pac was trying to defeat every single member of the Death Riders, and he accomplished that tonight via submission. He puts the chair on the ankle that was already bothering Pac, puts him in Sting's sharpshooter or scorpion deathlock, whatever you want to call it, gets the tap out from Pac, and now Darby Allin has defeated every single member of the Death Riders. Bro, how'd you feel about this intro to Dynamite?
I mean, listen, it's Darby and Pac. Like, we knew how this match was going to go. We knew it was going to be fast. It was going to be violent. It was going to be brutal. I mean, you know, listen, I like Pac's, mindset. He wanted to do it on his own. Told the other Death Riders, stay in the back for now. We would see them later in the match. But Darby wasted no time, hitting with the dive on the outside, brawling in the crowd. My man, listen, I forget how old Darby is, but when he gets in his 40s, man, this man's not going to be able to walk. Like, this is insane. Taking that back body drop on the steel steps, like on both corners of the steps, is just ridiculous. And it's not his first time taking that bump. This dude is a man. Like, he might be in his mid-30s, but he's got to have like the body of a 75-year-old man at this point, probably even worse. But I mean, look, he saw an opportunity when Pac's old ankle injury, reared its ugly head, and he took advantage, used the chair to do more damage. And like you said, locked in that Scorpion Deathlock for the win. Like, as far as I'm concerned, his business with the Death Riders is done. He took out all the members, by himself. So whatever happens next, we'll see. And let's see what's going on with the Death Riders in the future. I mean, like I said, it feels like Moxley's doing his own thing. Everyone else is doing their own thing. They got to come back and converge, and we'll see how that progresses going forward.
Ron T, how'd you feel about Darby Allin picking up the win over Pac?
I feel like Darby Allin and Pac like really hate each other, because this match was like some of them bumps that Darby Allin was taking. Man, I said, has he had conversations with Jeff Hardy of what not to do to your body? Because
getting a little static from your mic.
Okay, I said, just watching the match, man, and watching Darby Allin take some of them bumps, I'm wondering, has he had a conversation with Jeff Hardy what not to do to your body? Because some of this stuff is crazy, especially that casket dropped and just the risk he take, man. This match was incredible. I probably like cringed a few times with some of them bumps, but I'm glad he got the win. And man, I was enjoying the show. Great way to start it off.
Definitely. You might want to unplug your mic. You got some crackling the whole time you was talking, Ryan. Or would you hear?
Man,
bro?
Yeah, I heard a little bit. And yo, honestly, I'm sorry, guys. Before we move on, I got more breaking news that literally broke at the end of Dynamite. For all those of you watching, you know about the partnership between AEW and CMLL. I talked with my other podcast mates of group chat about a couple of wrestlers who need dual contracts ASAP. And I guess Tony Khan and CMLL president were listening to me because breaking news: Mascara Dorada and Persephone now have dual contracts with both AEW and CMLL. Let me tell you something right now. If you don't know about Persephone, like, oh, you're gonna find out. She is next woman up, not just in AEW, in the entirety of professional wrestling. I mean, she is the real deal. She is the total package. Like, she could go in the ring. She has great presence, great aura. She has just a great look and feel about her. I mean, she could do it all. And like I say, you're gonna see more of her on AEW television going forward. And after the performance that Mascara Dorada had in the Continental Classic and just the amazing matches we saw last year with Bandito, I mean, listen, he's the next great luchador out there in the world. I mean, so great move. Persephone and Mascara dual contracts with both AEW and CMLL.
Definitely.
All right,
That's gonna
do
be
I sound better now?
Yeah, you
much better.
Okay.
That's gonna be a damn good pairing for them. But next up, we got
Does
Adam
that
Hayes.
mean we get to see more Persephone? Is that what that is?
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna be tuning in more often, and that's what
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do.
Definitely. Next up, we get Adam Hangman Page versus the Bounty Hunter Brian Keith. This was like a old school Western pro wrestling match. I loved every bit of it. But Adam Hangman Page, with the assistance of Swerve taking out Big Bill and the distraction, gets the buckshot lariat on Brian Keith, hitting the 1, 2, 3. Damn good match by two cowboys. Ryan TD Icon, how'd you feel about Hangman Page picking up the dub?
I thought this was a really good match as well, man. I think they have a history together. So just the promo beforehand saying that Hangman whooped his ass last time, but he was gonna get his get back, and he had that mean tornado headbutt or whatever that was. It looked like he caught Hangman for real. And I just like seeing some hard hitting matches, man. This is one of them, and I'm glad Hangman got the win.
Definitely. Bro, how'd you feel about Hangman versus the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith?
I love this, man. Listen, I love the cowboy bounty hunter element of this match. Like, it's a duel at sundown between these two, man. And listen, I told my podcast mate Lucy, like, listen, at some point I need the trio of Hangman, Brian Keith the bounty hunter, and Bandito the last outlaw as a trio. Like, give me that old school Western feeling, man. Like, I think it would be awesome, be dope. But not, it was a hard hitting match. That headbutt by Brian Keith was nasty. Like I said, he was from kneeling position, boom, straight up right to the jaw. Like, I'm surprised that Hangman didn't get like concussion or something out of that. But I mean, great hard hitting match, and Hangman looked great. And as great as the match was, like what followed afterwards, like the amazing three-way stare down we got was
break
amazing.
Down, talk about it. Go ahead, lead us right into it.
All right, man. So right after the match, we get Hangman and Swerve in the ring, both talking about their aspirations to be the next AEW World Heavyweight Champion. They both make their cases well known. And out comes the wrestling god himself, Mr. Kenny, by God Omega, to lay his stake for the world title as well. You had 3 former AEW Men's World Heavyweight Champions in there. And my God, I don't know how we're going to sort this main event scene out. Like, it's never been this stacked before. It is insane. Omega, Swerve, Hangman, I mean, Brody King potentially, like so many others down the line. We're going to have a few title eliminators going forward, but I'll tell you what, right now, all those combinations are great. I don't care when we get it. Swerve and Omega, that's going to be something that will be must-see TV, something we've never seen live on an AEW television set, but it's going to get crazy in the main event scene, man, and I'm looking forward to it.
Why when what's his name? Kenny Omega was out, he was like, friend. He looked at Hangman, then he said foe, and looked at Swerve. Why does Swerve have to be the foe? Why we all can't be friends? Why'd you have to pick Swerve to be the bad guy? But anyway, Ryan T, how you feel about Kenny Omega being added to the world title picture?
I think it's something special gonna happen, man. I think we're going to get a very, very special 2016 with 2026. I said about 2016.
Man, we going back in
2026.
time.
I know. It's gonna be a good 2026, man, of matches, especially with them three in the main picture. And I hope Kenny stays healthy all year, man. I really hope Kenny stays healthy so we can get some Kenny Omega before it's time for him to hang it up, man. I want to get some more good matches out of him. I also saw Swerve was mean mug him the whole time, so maybe that's why he called him foe, because
Yeah.
Hangman was smiling and then Swerve was mean mugging him. So
We shall see where that plays into part. Next up, this match wasn't scheduled on the bill, but every now and then you need a good squash match. Jonathan Cruz, who's been playing the role of MJF's interpreter for Bandito, gets talking his talk in the back, and it talked him right into a match. Not so much a match, I'd say a slaughter. As Brody King lays waste to Jonathan Cruz. A lot of people think that he is just a translator. Jonathan Cruz is a professional wrestler. I don't want to give up his secret identity, who he is under the mask, but if you Google it, you'll figure it out. But, bro, how'd you feel about Jonathan Cruz going up against Brody King?
I mean, listen, he showed some heart out there, trying to throw his shoes out there, try to catch him by surprise, but Brody did, I guess, watch for the shoe. But you know what? This is a completely random statement right here. I think just a random wrestler off the top of my head. I think Serpentico could have lasted in the match longer.
Maybe
against Brody King. I think he could have figured out a way to
they have similar moves.
Exactly. They're similar, but totally different, not in the same way. But listen, these standby matches have been fun. I like Brody King, his singles run is setting up right now, whether it be for the main title or the mid-card title, we'll see. But I like these. These are good spots in the show. I hope to see more of them down the line.
Definitely. Ryan T, how'd you feel about this squash match with Brody King and Jonathan Cruz?
Actually, I thought it was pretty funny. Because it came out of nowhere, and it was just a quick squash match, got it over with, and he told Bandito to kick MJF's ass in the main event. I thought it was a good way to keep the ball rolling. And I'll come to his defense. He wasn't ready, man. He didn't stretch. That's why it was a squash match. You got to stretch and warm up, but he didn't have enough time. So
definitely did not have enough time. But next up, that leads us to the 4-way tag team match. Young Bucks, GOA, Jet Speed, and Doyle and Davis. And the newly formed tag team who Barbro called it last week. They make an amazing pairing, and they showed it today. They get the dub and now are the #1 contenders to fight FTR for those AEW tag team titles. Barbro, how you feel about this tag team match here?
I mean, great action all around. And, before I get to Davis and Doyle, I got to give a shout out to Mr. Toa Leona. In the middle of the match, first of all, he's the biggest and baddest dude in the match. He tumbles out to the apron and does a damn moonsault in the middle of the match. You know what that says right there? That our bald king Ricochet is the one and only professor of the sky right there. Look at the influence and look at the rub that they're getting off of him. Like, just the wealth of knowledge and skills that they are absorbing from our bald king right here. You love to see it. You love to see it in real time. I mean, they just keep getting better and better. But I mean, yeah, the match was great all around. I mean, I thought Jet Speed were going to pull up, but listen, I said last week, Davis and Doyle together, like, these two are just monsters right here. Like, and they complement each other so great. And what's crazy is that, like, as big as Jake Doyle is, like, Mark Davis kind of dwarfs him, man. The size comparison is crazy. But I mean, listen, Mark Davis might have one of the best pile drivers I've ever seen. Like, the damage he does, man, the way that Kevin Knight took that pile driver looked like Rob Van Dam back in his ECW days when he used to take that pile driver, when he bounced up off his head straight in the air. But it was a great showing from Davis and Doyle. I think the right winners of this match, and now they go up against FTR. Kind of an interesting dynamic. I don't know if we've had a lot of heel versus heel matchups in AEW, so it's going to be interesting to see how they work and when they work. But I mean, I love the fact that Tony sees a great pairing in these two, and he's wasting no time. Let's push them right to the moon.
Definitely. Ryan T, how'd you feel about this tag team matchup?
It's not fair that Don Callis' family keeps getting colder.
You got
and
that.
colder.
You got that static back again, Ron T.
Oh no, I said
But,
I don't think it's fair.
But why
It's
you
not-
fixing it? Let me say one thing. Why you fixing it? Even though Jet Speed and Speedball Mike Bailey took the loss, we learned later on in the evening that Hangman Page will be setting up a trios title match with him and Jet Speed. So we shall see them maybe getting gold, but in the form of trios gold. My bad. Go ahead, Ron T.
I said I think it's not fair that Don Callis' family keep getting colder, man. It's just they got too many people, man. They got
Way
too
too
many.
many.
It's not fair. Way too many. They're the best faction in professional wrestling right now. They got
Hands
everybody.
down.
But
Hands
man,
down.
I thought this was a really good match, man. I think the right team took the pin because they still won't lose any steam because of what you said happened later on. And yeah, you make these guys look like absolute monsters, man. So I'm excited to see what happens later on.
Definitely.
Abe, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the hits just keep on coming. There is more breaking news.
Hit us with the news.
Never a dull moment in the world of professional wrestling. Apparently, tonight at midnight, Powerhouse Hobbs' AEW contract is up. And there are rumors and sources within WWE that he's heading there. They're just rumors and sources, but Powerhouse Hobbs' contract is up tonight at midnight, and he may be WWE bound according to sources within WWE. Things could change.
I tell you who needs them. That NXT men's division needs Powerhouse Hobbs. If anybody.
I'm sorry how NXT ended last night, like with the people. I'm like, oh man, they call 911. They need help right now.
It's back to how it was at that one point when they didn't have anybody. If they need anybody, they need Powerhouse Hobbs just to get some more star power. You can't just be all Ricky.
Right, it can't be an all Ricky show. So Powerhouse Hobbs possibly headed to WWE, but the hell with WWE. Talking about AEW. Let's head to this next match. Women's trios match. Absolutely incredible. Statlander, Willow, Harley versus the Triangle of Madness. And Tekla, of all people, gets the curb stomp on Statlander after she took the spear, took a bullet for Willow. They're back being friends, but it cost her the pin, the 1, 2, 3. Tekla has officially pinned the AEW Women's World Champion. There could be a title shot in her future for that. Ryan T, how'd you feel about this trios match?
Another great match, man. And we know how that works in the other companies if you pin the champion, but we'll see what happens with that. But I was surprised Statlander took the pin. I thought for sure it was gonna be Harley, but yeah, another great match, man. This two great trios put together, man, in the women's division. And they have a lot of talent in that women's division, and they have a deep women's division. And looks like one side is stacked with titles right now, but I think maybe we might have some changes.
Definitely. Bro, the Triangles of Madness pick up the win over Statlander and the tag team champions. Your thoughts on this one?
I think it was a good match all around. You know, it's good to see Stat and Willow back together, and you know, you see the continued improvement from Harley Cameron. I mean, those three. I mean, they're the human embodiment of the damn Powerpuff Girls, essentially going up against the Wicked Witches of Transylvania. You know, and the Triangle of Madness. But it was a good match all around. You know, and you know, like you, man, I'm surprised that Tekla did pick up the win over Stat. You know, like you said, took the bullet for Willow. Let's see how that progresses and them, you know, rekindling their friendship going forward. But I think this earns Tekla a future title match, no problem. And like you said, maybe the Sisters of Sin get a tag match against the Babes of Wrath down the line. So you might have just built two title matches just in this result altogether. But you know, like I said, good match all around. Solid showing for everyone. But 2026 is going to be the year of Tekla. I think she's going to have championship gold sooner rather than later. I mean, she's a stud in this women's division. Like, she is a perfect fit for AEW, and I think she will be heavily rewarded this year coming forward.
Definitely. And I also love how the last few weeks actually last month, they've been allowing her to be the mouthpiece of the Triangle of Madness. Even though she isn't from America, she has the accent. She has the much more better mic skills over Blue and Julia Hart. So she has been doing an incredible job with the mic skills the last month here in AEW. So Tekla, give her a title shot in my book. I think she absolutely has deserved it. But speaking of title shots, that leads us to the main event of the evening. Maxwell Jacob Friedman versus Bandito, who came out like a god of war in that armor getup that he had. I saw him coming to the ring. I said, he might win this shit tonight, you know? But unfortunately, the match was incredible, but it wasn't to be tonight. MJF put him in the yes lock and made Bandito pass out. Referee stoppage. MJF retains. Afterwards, he's trying to give him his props. I'm thinking MJF, he's a swell guy. What sportsmanship? But no, the scumbag shows his colors, laying out Bandito. Out comes Brody King for the save, for the show to go off the air. And ladies and gentlemen, MJF is still a son of a bitch. Bro, how'd you feel about the main event?
If there was any doubt in anyone's mind that Bandito can be a future face of the company, that could be a future AEW Men's World Heavyweight Champion, those doubts should be erased from your mind completely. I mean, amazing match, amazing showing from Bandito. I mean, he's just continuing a great 2025, and he might even have a better 2026 going forward. And by the way, the outfit he came out on, somebody on Twitter said he came out as Aztec Batman. Aztec Batman. Okay. So I'm like, I saw the picture.
Comment real quick. MJF is a rat bastard. The comment in the corner. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Oh yeah, it's Nasty Leroy. Yeah, like Aztec Batman. That's freaking dope right there. But the match was amazing. Like I said, Bandito is a superstar. He's the perfect wrestler, in my opinion, as far as in ring wise, like just personality all around. I mean, and I'll tell you right now, this might be a hot take. He is the closest as far as a luchador has come in all these years, is giving me that same feeling that Eddie Guerrero did back in the day. Like I see them, it's like how they move in the ring, how they operate, how they carry themselves in a way. Like Bandito is the closest for me that I'm getting Eddie Guerrero vibes off of in today's modern professional wrestling. And you know, did he come up short today? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He still won at the end of the day. He had the crowd in the palm of his hands, like going crazy for him. So if and when that moment does happen, the crowd will be ready, and they will definitely be ready for it. Yeah, he's gonna have a great year, but amazing match all around.
Definitely. Ron T, how'd you feel about the main event, MJF retaining?
Another great match, man. I was gonna say that he came out as Aztec Batman because it's funny, I just saw it. I was like, Aztec Batman. But yeah, that was pretty dope. And man, Bandito, like you said, he reminds you of Eddie Guerrero. I say he's like a mix of Eddie Guerrero and Juventud. That's what he reminds me of. And for him to have such a small stature, this guy is strong, man. He was holding MJ up with one arm and all that type of stuff. So I could definitely see that aspect in Eddie Guerrero. And I like the fact that he passed out. Keeps him looking strong. He's still got that Ring of Honor title on him. You know, you don't want to tarnish that. So another great match, man. And MJF, man, with the giving him his props to say, so I gotta take you out. I gotta take you out because you're gonna be a future champion, and I need to hold on to this. So I like that move.
Definitely. That son of a bitch, MJF. Maximum Carnage delivered from top to bottom. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm going to give this show a 9.15. 9.15. Great show. Definitely an A show. Top to bottom, it was great. I would have loved to see some Mercedes Moné in there. I was a little disappointed she wasn't worked in there, but maybe she's getting the week off or whatnot. But it was absolutely incredible. Bro, scale of 1 to 10, what you giving Dynamite tonight?
I'll give it a straight 9 for me, like 9 out of 10. And as far as Mercedes, I think they said she's taking a break from AEW. So what I think she's going to do in the meantime, the rest of them belts that she has, she's going to go on a tour and start losing them belts one by one by one. And we talked about Persephone earlier. I think more than likely she'll be the one to take the CMLL women's title off of her. Like they had a match back in October. Like I highly recommend if you guys can, like go back and watch that match they had in October. That was the match right there. Like, don't tell me Mercedes don't make stars out here. Like amazing match right there. But yeah, I give it a straight 9 tonight. And yeah, it was very good top to bottom. And like I said, the main event, Bandito, future world champion, book it.
Definitely. Ron T, Dynamite tonight, scale of 1 to 10. What you got for it?
I'm giving it a 9, man. And it's funny. I also cover NXT, and we also cover we watch. We haven't covered Raw and SmackDown in a minute, but we watch Raw and SmackDown. And there's a big difference between watching a professional wrestling show and a sports entertainment show, because there's a lot of sketches and a lot of backstage stuff and a lot of like talking and like TV drama stuff that goes on in the other company. And this one just got straight to it, man. It was like match after match after match, and it was refreshing. I'll give it that. But definitely give it a 9. Great show. I don't really see any low spots, but you don't want to just give it a perfect 10 right off the bat, because we've seen like more exciting shows. So, but definitely a solid 9. I'll give it.
Well, bro, before we get out of here, can you give one more quick rundown of who's coming to AEW, the dual contract, and who's leaving AEW? A couple of people joined late. Just want to run those down for them real quick.
All right, let's break it down real quick. Literally before the show started tonight, breaking news from Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful that the Rascals are now all elite. They have signed to AEW. I mean, unfortunately, it just continued the very bad week for TNA, also losing Jake Doyle last week. As well as you talked about dual contracts, we have both Mascara Dorada and Persephone of CMLL. Now they are dual contracts with CMLL and AEW. The partnership continues to flourish. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Like, like I said, if you don't know about Persephone, you are going to fall in love with her. She is the real deal, the total package. Cannot wait. And now, like you said, there are rumors right now. Well, not even rumors. It's pretty much confirmed. Powerhouse Hobbs' AEW contract is up at midnight, literally 45 minutes from now. And sources say that he is WWE bound.
Oh, man, that's sad to hear. Now that I see that Jet Speed and Hangman are fighting for those trios, we can definitely probably see those titles changing hands with Hobbs moving over. They could keep them technically because you still got Shibata, Hook, and Joe, but I don't know. Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight and Hangman Page, that is a damn good trios right there. Put the title on them now. Before we get out of here, Bro, can you plug some group chat wrestling and what you guys got going on over there?
Yes, sir. Group Chat Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, GW Podcast UK. We just recorded episode 80 today. It'll be available tomorrow on YouTube, Spotify, and all your podcast platforms. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, GW Podcast UK, where we update clips every week from every episode. Group Chat Wrestling Podcast. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your continued support.
Ryan T, can you tell them about your NXT coverage and anything else you got going on?
Yeah, usually you would see me do a breakout performance. Didn't get it this week. I hate to say there was no breakout performance, but it kind of was. It was a little lackluster this week, but we know it's a little transitionary period. So I gave him some grace. But usually, like I said, I do a breakout performance or we'll do a post show for NXT. Also, we still got music out right now. I got a single out. I'm a Star with my group, Icon Movement. Check that out. It's on all streaming platforms. I'm a Star by Icon Movement. And, we just working on trying to get this music out here. Got an album that's done. Working on a release date and stuff for that as well. So just keep your eyes open and, the rest of us at Holy Podcast. So.
Definitely. And myself, you can catch me heavily over on our sports side covering NFL, NBA on the Holy Sports Podcast, along with Bro, Rose, Coach DTM. And tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, wherever you're watching this, we will be doing our NFL playoff division week picks. So make sure you guys tune into that tomorrow. And then later on in the evening, maybe me and Bro will be covering TNA. We're going to start a fresh slate tomorrow. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to add them to our rotation. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But until then, it's been real. It's your boy AB from DET.
That ball bro from the NYC.
It's your boy Ron T. the Icon.
And you guys have been tuned in to the AEW Maximum Carnage post show by the Holy Shit Podcast. Peace.
Out.